On the first day of Christmas, my pharaoh gave to me a team up with GX and 5Ds. Pharaoh ho ho! Merry Christmas, everyone! I hope you've all been good boys and girls and other assorted genders this year, because if you haven't, there's a list of about 12 videos preceding this one that demonstrate why it's good to be on your best behavior. You never know when some unsuspecting shonen protag is hiding a secret darker half that he might unleash at a moment's notice and stuff you soul first into a penalty game of their choosing. I hope you're able to spend this holiday season with your loved ones, no matter what you celebrate. But if you're not with anyone this year, hey, I'm sending you some King of Games sized love right now. I know it's difficult to feel alone. I spent what felt like an eternity in total solitude inside my puzzle. But please know that just because I'm fictional, the magic of finally finding someone you feel bonded to is very real. And it's something I know you'll get to experience if you just don't lose that heart you've got. And speaking of finding people, today I'd like to celebrate the time I took out the movie villain known as Paradox, alongside two of my closest crossover companions. It all started when Paradox rudely interrupted the sexiest motorcycle enthusiast since Kamen Rider, Yusei Fudo, while he was trying to bike away his feelings alongside his friends Jack and Crow. It all ended in despair, as Yusei got his Stardust Dragon stolen in the middle of a tense three-way jack-off. That's what Jack Atlas calls it when he's in a turbo duel. Frustrated that his Stardust had been paracucked, Yusei took advantage of his Deus Ex Machina dragon friend and traveled back in time to Venice, where he met Jaden Yuki straight out of spin-off school. Jaden had also just been attacked by Paradox, who was apparently stealing the most powerful cards from all the best duelists. And Jaden, who they never do explain why he can't just go on eBay and take them from people willingly selling them like a normal person. eBay not malefic enough, I guess. It all culminated with Paradox paradicking around in the present, murdering Pegasus at a promotional event where he'd been guaranteed to be surrounded by lots and lots of good old collateral damage. Not least of which was Yugi's grandpa, who was voted most likely to be collateral damage in a time travel-based terrorist attack in his high school yearbook back in 1924. The tragedy of losing the one human being who actively fed his gaming addiction was too much for Yugi, and after being introduced to Jaden and Yusei, who claimed to be here from the future to save card games, Yugi had fortunately seen enough insane shit throughout his anime that he accepted all of this implicitly and teamed up with them to take on their mutual opponent. Para doxes himself by taking off his mask and revealing that he is some guy from the future, where some kind of apocalyptic event caused by trading cards has happened and humanity is essentially wiped from the ass crack of the planet. So Paradox seeks not only to go back in time and kill the creator of Duel Monsters, but to kill the popularity of the card game altogether. And like any rational-minded people would, Freudian slip. And like any rational-minded people would, Yugi, Yusei, and Jaden decide that in a choice between taking a human life and letting their favorite game die, the answer was obvious. Murder pact, baby! But not just any kind of murder, card game murder. And of course, when there's a bully from the future coming into my timeline telling people how they have to stop playing Duel Monsters or risk humanity's end, I'm not gonna take that lying down. So I manifested in Yugi's body. It's like manifesting, but more manly. And was like, if you want my trading cards, you'll have to go through me and the other me whose body I'm inhabiting to get them. There was some miscommunication. For example, Yusei mentioned something about Stinko summoning, which I assume was some new scratch and sniff variation on the typical game mechanics, and Jaden kept insisting that if he could just summon a superhero with ginormous ass cheeks, everything would be alright. But in the end, it was of course a combination of several of our trademark cards that won the duel and the day, killing Paradox in the process. Yeah, that'll teach you for thinking human life is more valuable than a bunch of trading cards. So yes, not only did we save Pegasus, the silver fox, and Yugi's grandpa, the gray goose, we also saved Yu-Gi-Oh!, which, in my mind, means we also saved Christmas. Because really, what else are you gonna ask Santa for other than some shiny new trading cards to go with your shiny new duel disc that you also asked him for? So all of you celebrating today should take a moment to say thank you, Yami, Jaden, and Yusei, for your heroic sacrifice. And by sacrifice, I mean all the holographic monsters that we sacrificed in order to summon even better holographic monsters to fulfill our goal of killing a man. Thank you for watching my Christmas countdown. I really did enjoy revisiting these early memories of mine, many of which I'd long since forgotten. I hope you got some fun out of it, but more than anything, whether you're in the shadow realm or the cold, heartless void that is reality, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you truly are having a good time this festive holiday season, whatever form that takes. For me, it's defeating my opponents in Christmas children's card games. So whoever or whatever your opponent is, just know that I believe in the heart of your cards to take on that challenge. But for now, it's time to Yule! Merry Christmas, everyone! All of the ho ho ho!